Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Elevate Daily. Whew, it's Friday. Are you excited? I love Fridays. I don't know why we just don't have 3-day weekends all the time. It seems to me like that would be appropriate to just have 3-day weekends all the time because I think that's what we need. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that's what we need. A lot of us. At least I would enjoy that. So that way I don't feel like I have to take more vacations. Whew. So it's Friday. It's Emotional Fitness Friday. And I'm going to talk about, well, it's February, so I'm going to talk about love. And I'm going to talk about emotional fitness specific to love. All right. So what I want to do is just take a moment to say hi to everyone and say good morning. Let's see how I usually, can pull this off pretty quickly, but sometimes the volume just takes over, and so I'm trying to control that for you. Good morning, Kevin. How are you? I hope you're well. Where are you coming in from? Are you local? Any locals this morning? I wonder if any locals will join me. Did you know that it's First Friday Float tonight? Tonight is the night, every first Friday of the month. If you're local and you want to join me, and if you have the courage, I put on a social element to elevate. And what I like to do is, good morning, Surendra. I always have an issue getting all of it in there. And good morning, John. So yes, so today is first Float Friday. It's a little tongue twister for me. Good morning. Oh, oh, that's sweet of you, John. Thank you. And so tonight we're floating. And if you're local and you want to join us, it's a small group because we only have 5 pods. So it's a small group, only take up to 5 people, and including me, that would be an additional, 4 others. And what I want to do is invite you. So, Elevate has components, these veins running through it that allow you to be a part of that social balance as well, because I know that when I'm teaching and I am, good morning, Sophie. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining me. When I'm teaching my students, they're coming in, we're seeing each other, good morning, Devin, 1 time a week. And it's tough to facilitate change in their environment when they're the only one changing. So I realized the importance of community, and I realized the importance that the support of community brings into the process of change. And good morning, Michael. Thank you for joining us. And so, I have this element to elevate. And so that's why I have different aspects of elevate. So there's this social side of it. And so on the first Friday of the month, I do what's called First Friday Float. And that's where we go do some float therapy. And if you haven't checked it out, you know what? I'll have Devin maybe post some links so that you can learn about it, and we'll keep it up in the Elevate group. And if you haven't joined Elevate Daily Facebook group, please do, because next week I'm moving to the Elevate Daily Facebook page, so that way you'll see these videos over there, and I'll take them off of my personal page. And that way we can be consistent for everybody who wants to join, and I won't bombard my friends and family with all of the Elevate, information. But good morning, Mark, and good morning, Todd. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you. Thank you. I really do appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. And I'm going to ask you to please give me some love and some shares. Share this information. Share me. Please don't keep me a secret. Okay. Wow. Rowan. Good morning, Rowan. I hope you're well. Is anyone local? Do we have any locals? Any locals joining me this morning? Thank you for the love and the likes. Thank you. Yay! All right. So if we have any locals joining me this morning, yeah, give me give me some likes right now. Yes. Okay, good. So if you're local and you want to join us tonight for First Friday Float, good morning, Mark. I'm doing good. You're doing good? Yes. I am. I'm happy. I'm just always so happy. Most of the time, I'm pretty happy. Okay, so let's get going with this because I have appointments to do and I want to share so much with you. So, okay, we got that out of the way. I'm going to have Devin post. I hope, Devin, you're taking notes for me. I know you're here this morning. We're going to post our Elevate calendar, and that's the social calendar. So if you guys want to go float therapy on the first Friday, if you're interested in the second Saturday of stress management, where I'll teach and we'll get together. Obviously, this is all part of the group. And so if you're part of that group, you'll get that calendar. You'll be able to see what's going on. We'll also share topics of what's coming up for, thanks, Devin, of what's coming up for the topics on Elevate Daily Mornings. And, you know, I considered doing it on Saturday and Sunday, but I really just want to take that time with my kids. And so I'll be Monday through Friday. Okay. I hope that works for you. As long as, you know, I'm obviously, if I'm not traveling, I'll try to make this happen for you as much as possible. So it's February, and well, we all think of it as right, like the love month. I don't know. In January, I started seeing, I couldn't believe it. Right after the Christmas trees came down, or after the trees came down, I saw like Valentine's Day stuff. I was in shock. And I don't know, I just can't adjust to that. Thinking of February, Valentine's Day. So it's all about love this month. And today's subject, I'm going to talk about emotional fitness and the love connection. So there's a couple different ways that I want to deliver this information to you, because I know that I have a lot of students that are in relationships, and then I have a lot of students that are single. So I want to share, because obviously we've all been on both sides. Well, not all. I take that back. A lot of us have been on both sides. I have. I was married and now I'm single. And so I understand emotional fitness from both ends. And what I want to do is share that with you. And it's pretty involved. And I don't want to bombard you with it, but I'm going to touch base on it so that you understand when I teach that course, what it's about and what it serves and how it can facilitate that process in your life and bring ease around that. So thanks, Devin. Good morning, Angela. Oh my goodness. So nice to see you coming in from California. Bravo. That's really cool. Okay. So we're talking about love because it's February, and I just thought, well, I should get with the program, because the first week I didn't throw in any, specifics to love. And I think if some of you followed me last year in, I think it was October or November, I did a little Elevate program where I talked about emotional fitness and love. And emotional fitness is a key factor to the way that we relate to others in love. And it doesn't have to be intimate, like being in a married or, a sexual relationship. It's about loving your children. It's about loving your parents. It's about loving your spouse or your mate, loving your neighbor. And when we are not emotionally fit, it challenges our skills and our ability to be as connected as we would like to be. And so what I want to share is the process and the things for you to think about as you're going into the weekend. So there's one piece of this that most of my married friends and I'm supposed to be at an appointment. Hold on, I'm going to stop that. So that my married friends or my, okay, I got to get moving, that my, friends who are in relationships would benefit from. So typically Friday, the weekend, right? It's the first day of the weekend. And we get into, hi, Malin. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me this morning. We get into the weekend and we have responsibilities with children. We have expectations from our mates. Thank you. Thanks, Angela. Yay, I want to post that. I want to show that. I love this platform that I use. It's called BeLive.tv. It's very cool. Thank you, Angela. I just shared that. So Angela said she's listening and she loves it. So I want to say thank you. All right. Here's the deal. when you're not in the space of connection and your stress management skills are challenged, let's put it that way, because we all know that anger is not the problem. It's mismanaged stress and miscommunication. So we want to focus on really what causes these symptoms of anger and conflict. But what we want to do is listen to what's going on with our body, first of all. So are you at a high level of anxiety? Are you at a high level of stress? Did you have a very stressful weekend? Do you take time to disconnect between work and home? So I find that a lot of my students don't understand the importance of disconnecting from home to work and the mindset that needs to shift. And that's part of emotional intelligence. Emotionally fit means that you are able to look at a situation and address it appropriately according to the emotions that are present. So first, find out where you are. That's the first piece. And if you're feeling tired, feeling exhausted, maybe just upset, something happened with a friend, at work, with your mate, and you're holding on to anger and resentment. If you're feeling bitter, good morning, Ernie. Thank you for joining me. Then what I want you to do is, as you go into the weekend, use Friday. Pick a time. Remember, I told you I use my resources like my watch, my Apple Watch, and I set alarms for myself to remind myself of my intention. And because it's so easy to get caught up in the busyness of our everyday life. And in 1 second, you can say something in a way that can set your whole weekend off in a way that you don't want to experience, in a negative direction. So I want you to breathe in just for a moment. I want you to stop what you're doing. And I want you, if you can, please, I hope you're not, driving or watching this while you're driving. I'm assuming. So if you can, what I want you to do is have a seat and plant your feet, put your feet flat on the ground and put your hands on your lap. And I want you to just take a deep breath in so that you're filling that diaphragm with air, and then exhale and squeeze that diaphragm tight to get all of the air out. And do that at least 3 to 5 times. Now, just breathing, taking 30 seconds to breathe can recalibrate your nervous system. And it can give your body an opportunity, and it sends this signal. So I've taught my body, I've trained it to understand what I expect of it when I do certain things, right? We all have expectations of ourselves and our environments, but I've trained my body to be in connection with me when I have this posture, when I'm grounded and I begin my breathing exercise. And that's something that's really beneficial. And I'm giving you really simple things. Obviously, we can go deeper as we get into the Elevate group next week. But really, what I want you to do is consider how your breath is. And something that simple, if you're shallow in your breath, then that means you're not really connected to your body and what's happening. So really take some deep breaths before you go into your home environment or are about to spend time with someone, or you begin your weekend, and connect with your body. That's the first piece. And being emotionally fit is knowing where you're at so that you can address the emotions that you're feeling and that the other people in your environment are going to bring about and share with you. So we all have been in a situation where we walk into a room and we can feel the tension, and we ask them, what's going on? And they say, oh, nothing. How are you doing? I'm fine. Right? We have this connection where we can feel the tension, or maybe they're upset and they don't want to say anything, or something has happened and their feelings are hurt. So we want to look at first grounding ourselves, remembering to ground ourselves before we go into that situation, and what our intention is. And I'm assuming that if you're going into the weekend with somebody, there's love there, and you want connection, and you want more peace and happiness in those relationships, and you want to feel more oxytocin, right? I love oxytocin. I think we're all oxytocin junkies. Oxytocin is that that chemical in our body that gets released when we can be something as simple as like hugging our dog or loving our kids or being in connection with someone. But it's really what my single people feel a lot of the time when they are just meeting someone new. And there's that excitement, or what I call lust, right? And there's this connection. And that's an oxytocin hit. And so when you're in new relationships, so this piece right now is for my single friends, all of my friends out there listening. Wow, thank you so much. It's so nice to see all of you. So this is for my single friends. Any single friends in the audience? I know I have a lot of married friends. A lot of in relationship friends. But these are for my single friends. And so I want you to think about, is it love or oxytocin? So love is an action. Love is not, there you go. That's my single people. Love is an action. I want you to keep that in mind. It's not just something that we say to each other. So we show each other love by learning each other's love languages and understanding how to facilitate their love language. You, Mark, I'm with you. How to facilitate, how to understand and appreciate and fulfill those love languages. And that's how we demonstrate love. It's not just a feeling, okay? That's oxytocin. Those hits of oxytocin, you might pick up the phone because you think you like someone, and when you feel that excitement, that enthusiasm, that maybe what you call butterflies in your belly, or I don't know, whatever you call it. All of us have a different connection to it. But that thing that puts a smile on your face when someone calls, or when you think of them, those are hits of oxytocin. So I find that sometimes it can go the opposite direction. So my friends that are single can be alone and isolate themselves, and then they get really low on that oxytocin. What I say to them is find connection. So there are steps, and what's the process? It doesn't have to be sexual. Okay. It can be a connection with friends. It can be a connection with a pet. It can be something as simple as a massage. A massage enhances oxytocin. It brings about those chemicals, those neurochemicals. And there are lots of other ways that I can share with you to gain that. It's not just being intimate sexually with someone. That's not the way. And a lot of people have done this. They just use that, and it's become a habit. And then they find that, well, maybe that person wasn't who they thought they were, and they built up all these ideas with what we call those rose-colored glasses. Is that right? Yeah, something like that. And then reality, or their expectations, they're disappointed, and then they go from that experience of oxytocin to seeking another. It can be addicting. It's addicting. So be careful that you are not on an oxytocin high and seeking out connection and intimacy with people that you're not connected or equally yoked, I would say, or have the similar values. To me, I work with people, and I share with them how important it is to understand what your core values are, so that you can align yourself with people who have the same core values. And that's really important when it comes to emotional fitness, and that's part of that. So being emotionally fit is a good mindset as you go into the weekend, and maybe some of you are going out dancing and you're looking for love, so to speak, right? Be aware of what it is that you stand for, who you are, and your connection, your values. And make sure that the people that you align yourself with, that you make time to get to know that before you get addicted to those oxytocin hits, and then you go through all the drama of having to remove yourself from that experience or that relationship. All right. So I think I've shared a little bit about what I think emotional fitness is, and how I train into emotional fitness, whether you're a couple or a single, and with your people. Hi, Dee. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. And so I wanted to know if we had any locals this morning. Good morning, Jennifer. Hi, beautiful lady. A lot of my California people, my East Coast people must be what, like mid-morning, like having lunch early, something. Where are they? But anyways, I want to say thank you for joining me. Next week, remember, I'm moving, so I'll have Devin come in and post. Hi. Thank you. I miss your voice too, your sweet little face. I will have Devin post a reminder so that she can give you a link to the Elevate group, and I'll have her invite everyone that's here so you can join me next week, because I'm moving over to the Elevate Daily Facebook page. You're beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate your compliment, Jennifer. It comes up. All of your stuff comes up right there. Thank you. So please don't keep me a secret. Share me with your friends and family. Share me with your tribe. If you think this information is useful for someone or they might benefit from listening to this, and invite them to Elevate Daily. And again, remember the social components, we're going to post the calendar. So tonight we have First Friday Float. I created it and it's a tongue twister for me. Like, why would I do that, right? I can't even say it. First Friday Float. So every morning we have a First Friday Float. And then next week, some of you are happy seeing me struggle with that, right? You get a kick out of it. Next week, we have Second Saturday Stress Management. So I'll be teaching a free stress management class. And, if you're local, please join me. And thank you, Angela. Thank you. Thank you, Angela. I so appreciate your shares. They really mean a lot to me. And my goal is to help people and to be present and to be connected so that I can contribute to the world. And I feel that I'm living my life purpose because I've gone through so much transition, and I know how challenging and how painful it can be. But if you surround yourself with community, and I know how difficult it is to find like-minded, loving, caring, compassionate community, because I lived through it. And I just want to hold that space. And I realized that, outside of my church community, I wanted something more where, it included other elements that would connect with my parenting. And, being a single parent is not easy. And my desire to, I love to dance, and I wanted to do that with people. And I love to go float, and I wanted to do that with people. And I love to, learn about nutrition. So I'll be, all the nutrition and the exercise. And so I get so excited. So Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, we have the ability to connect as a group. If you're local, please, if you're not local and you just happen to be traveling to Phoenix, make sure you join us. But if not, you have access to everything else that's available to you. Through the Elevate Daily group. There's just this social component that, I have fun with. And so Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we're at Body Vision at 5:30. And then, like I said, Devin will post that. I've got her busy. We've got stuff to do for you. And I hope that you'll enjoy this experience of Elevate. And I hope that you have a beautiful weekend. I wish that God continues to favor you and deliver blessings and good health into your life. And until Monday morning, be emotionally fit, be physically fit, go work out, get outside, do your fun stuff. And I wish you love and happiness, and I will see you on Monday morning. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Good morning, Leanne. I'll see you Monday, hopefully. And if not, if some of you are catching this on the replay, thank you for catching that. And I ask you to like, love, and share. I got to go. I'm a couple of minutes behind schedule. So I'll see you guys Monday morning. Bye.